WWE Monday Night Raw in Oklahoma City at the Chesapeake Energy Arena. One of the superstars of the show joins us in the Oklahoman's video studio. I'm Dave Morris, alongside Nia Jax. Great to see you.
You too, thank you.
It's very nice to meet you. I've really enjoyed the pre-match interview, if you will, so far. I'm just fascinated by what you and your colleagues do night after night after night. Last night was Wichita Falls, today Oklahoma City?
Yes, today's Oklahoma City. We started off Friday in San Antonio, and then we drove to Abilene, Texas, and on Saturday night, and then Sunday night was in Wichita Falls, and then tonight we have Monday Night Raw in Oklahoma City.
So in just a matter of 4 or 5 days, it's 4 different shows.
Yeah.
It's interesting you mentioned Wichita Falls as the previous show. I remember in Oklahoma City, we had something called Mid-South Wrestling back before WWF really took off back in the day, and I watched that every Sunday morning on my black and white TVs, pro wrestling. This is fascinating. And then I remember having a conversation with my mom at one point. She's like, yeah, I used to go to the wrestling shows. I'm like, Mom, you went to the wrestling shows back in the day? That's just what a lot of people have grown up with, right?
Oh yeah, it's like an American pastime is wrestling.
Right.
You know, it's
well said.
It's something like I feel like it's touched everybody. Like everybody I've known is like either their mom or dad or brother or sister, a huge fan of wrestling, and it carries on to their kids, and it just goes generation to generation. So it's pretty cool because right now like we're in the PG era. You know, before we were in the Attitude Era, where it was just a little more risque, but now we're more kid-friendly, family-friendly, and kids love to come to the show and enjoy it. And we have the second highest following on YouTube.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah, in the world, it's insane, and most of those are just kids.
Huh.
They're just constantly, like we were just at the station before, and he said, my son is on YouTube watching wrestling all day long, so it's pretty cool.
You know, I'm in the video production world, and this will be a conversation that goes all over the place, but it is amazing how intuitive software, apps, video production is for the kiddos these days. That's just their world.
It is.
So of course
world.
they're on YouTube.
Yeah, they're on YouTube. My nephew's on there watching like a bunch of different things and how toys are made.
I was about
and stuff.
to say unboxing videos and things like that.
This blows my mind, but yeah. So
or Baby Shark or whatever that is these days.
I'm like, well, I don't even know because I feel like I'm past that generation. Like I'm so much older. I'm like I don't know how to work this stuff. My nephew will tell me. He's 6 years old. I'm like, geez Louise. But yeah, it's pretty cool that our following is so like loyal to us that they're constantly watching us on YouTube.
All right, couple orders of business. As I mentioned, WWE Monday Night Raw, Chesapeake Energy Arena starts around 6:30 tonight. You can get your tickets at Ticketmaster.com, or you can go to the arena box office as well. And I bring up my mom, Wichita Falls, because she's from that area. So when you said Wichita Falls, I was like, oh, my mom's from that area. So you, however, are from places where there's trade winds and palm trees and beaches.
Yes, born in Sydney, and then partially raised on the North Shore of Hawaii, and then raised mostly in Carlsbad, California, which is in San Diego.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And you played some basketball back in the day.
I've played pretty much every sport. I feel like I played.
Did you surf though?
I bodyboarded.
Okay.
Yeah, because when you're in Hawaii and then San Diego and Carlsbad, you have to get used to the water sports. And
that coral is hard.
Oh, you don't want to go. You have to make sure you're away from the coral.
You got to get out past it.
It's very dangerous.
I remember biting it, trying to get out past the coral. It's like, ooh, that's sharp.
Oh my gosh! My brother sliced his foot clear open, like to the bone from coral. That's pretty dangerous. But yeah, I love the beach.
Yeah.
I'm a beach girl.
Beach, yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know how people do the snow.
No, I'm with you on that. The banana bread there in Hawaii, it's fantastic.
It's awesome.
All right, so what got you into wrestling?
Well, so I have a long lineage of family that's from the wrestling business, but I caught the bug when I saw my cousin, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He wrestled against John Cena at WrestleMania 28 in Miami, and I just caught like the entertainment factor, the athletic factor, like the crowd was so into it. And like, yes, I watched it from home and, obviously saw my cousin, my brothers and I would wrestle each other, but like to actually see the effect it had around to the fans really got me like interested. And so I talked to my aunt about it and she said, I think you should try out. And I went and I had a tryout at the Performance Center in Orlando, made sure nobody knew who I was related to. And they hired me.
Was that important to you? It's like, hey, I'm doing this on my own?
Yes. Oh, definitely. I'm so proud of my cousin and obviously all the accomplishments he has.
He'll be something someday.
I mean, someday. I mean, he'll get there, kid. But but I always wanted to make sure that I did it on my own. Like if I couldn't do it by just my own like merit, then I don't want to do it. It wasn't for me. But like I told you earlier, like you either love it or you don't. Like it's a passion. And the second I stepped into that ring and I got to, throw myself around, and throw others around, of course, I just fell in love. And ever since then, it's been I'll be in my 5th year in May.
I was about to say, so you see The Rock and Cena at WrestleMania 28.
Yes.
6 years later at WrestleMania,
yeah,
you get the title.
Yeah, I mean, oh gosh, that's probably the peak of my career, my life so far. It's
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you so much. I've been blessed to be a part of this women's empowerment movement that we have in the WWE. We've been breaking barriers of what like women in athletics have been shown to do. Especially in wrestling, because like before, like I've said before, I don't mind being looked at as a pretty girl, but I also want to be looked at as an athlete.
Right. Because
like there's so much we can do, and we just keep breaking barriers. And so to be in a singles match at WrestleMania and to win the title for the first time ever I have like goosebumps thinking about it because it's history.
Were you nervous going into that match?
Oh my gosh, I couldn't breathe. I get eerily calm when I'm stressed out, and people like are always like nudging me like, "Are you okay?" And so I didn't speak. I feel like I couldn't hear anything. Like my hearing went, and I just walked straight down, like focusing on everything. And the second the ref hit 1, 2, 3 and the bell rang, like that's when I finally started to hear the crowd. And like my brothers they had no idea.
Cool.
They were so happy. And my aunt, The Rock's mom, was sitting there. Like, so it's kind of cool. Like she was there from the moment at WrestleMania 28 when I wanted to do it to, the WrestleMania where I won my first ever women's championship. So it was pretty cool.
Well, again, congratulations.
Thank you.
You mentioned you have to love this.
Yes.
Because, as we mentioned, the travel's a grind.
Oh my gosh.
However, people watching this may have noticed your finger.
Oh.
What happened there?
My finger. So I had a match. I tagged with my cousin Tamina, and we had a match against Ronda Rousey and Sasha Banks. Mm-hmm. And I came back and I stood there and I had my hands just out and this finger was just hanging. And I said, "Why is my finger hanging?" But it wasn't sore or anything. And I ruptured a tendon in it.
Ouch.
So now, unless I want my finger to hang for the rest of my life, I need to have this in a splint for 6 weeks straight.
However, are you performing with the splint? Or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't stop me.
Okay.
Nothing stops me.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah. Just ice it. You'll be fine.
You mentioned the women's movement.
Yes.
What are some of the issues you see your sport facing as we head into another year?
To be fair, I feel like we're just constantly breaking every barrier. Like we had the first ever all women's pay-per-view in Evolution, called Evolution. And it was a hit. Like the fans loved it. They got to see from start to finish all women just kicking major butt. And like we have our like, I don't want to say like our, what is it when it's not our major league, it's our minor league.
Sure.
Like NXT and like some of the women and the athletes that we have down there just waiting to come up to the major leagues in WWE.
You paid your dues going through there.
I got to go through there and it's so cool that they got to see all that at Evolution. And so I just feel like the next step for us will probably be main eventing WrestleMania. No woman has ever main evented WrestleMania, and that's probably the next step that we want to get to. I don't see any barriers for us because we continuously break them, and we're very fortunate to work for people who always want to see the best for all of us, and they're always supporting us.
Two other things I want to chat with you about before we let you go. It's Nia Jax, WWE Superstar again. Raw Monday nights, Chesapeake Energy Arena tonight, 6:30 p.m. Ticketmaster.com for ticket information. Social media.
Yes.
You like some social media.
Yeah.
There's the pros and cons to that. You can engage with. Do you like engaging with the fans? Do you like firing people up? Do you like engaging with your colleagues on social media?
Oh gosh, yes. I feel like that's a part of what we do, because social media is just the window. Like our fans watch us on TV, but they love going to our social media to get just a piece of us that they think that nobody else can get to. And so I really enjoy it. I love interacting with my fans and responding to messages. Sometimes I'll do it as my persona Nia Jax, like the mean girl, and sometimes I'll do it as Lena, the girl. I'm not such a bad guy in real life, but I do enjoy it. This actually happened not long ago where I accidentally had not so much of an accident, but I punched somebody in the face. And it broke.
That's the nickname.
Yes, Facebreaker. And I broke her face.
Which, by the way, if you're in your industry and your nickname is Facebreaker, that's not a terrible
right?
thing.
It's not a bad thing. I mean, I don't mind it. And, you know, it's something we go into the ring every day knowing that we might be hurt and something might happen, and something happened. And I went on social media and I, you know, posted a picture of my fist and I said, was anybody going to ask me how I'm feeling? And the internet just went, I mean, our fans went berserk.
It's pretty funny, right?
I mean, I found it hilarious, but you know, not a lot of people did, but that's the kind of thing that we do, you know, like they got to interact, they got to say mean things to me because that's the whole beauty of WWE. You know, we're characters. We go out there and we play the bad guy or the good guy, and you get to either boo this person or cheer this person, and the fact that the fans get to feel like they're really a part of it makes it all that more of a better experience for them.
So you've been both the heel and the fan favorite.
Yeah.
Which do you prefer?
Oh, heel.
Oh, yeah?
Oh my gosh, yes. I just feel like it's, you know, it's always fun to go out there and just play this badass that, you know, I can literally kick everybody's butt or break your face, you know, and then you just gotta watch out, see how I feel that day.
You're like, I've already proven this.
Yeah, exactly. So I find it fun. Like being a babyface is fun, and it's always cool, like, you know, enjoying in that, but like I truly feel like I thrive in the bad guy role.
All right, very good, very good. You are now confirmed for Royal Rumble, so
Yes,
life
we'll
moves
be in the
on.
Royal Rumble.
And let's see, you got something this weekend in Phoenix, right?
Yeah, Phoenix is the Royal Rumble.
Rumble
Yeah,
is in
Phoenix at Chase
30
Field Stadium.
30 participants in
Yes.
the ring at once.
At the ring once.
Speaking of broken faces, it seems like you're going to come out of the ring at any point with nicks and dings, right? It's just,
Oh, yeah.
It just happens, right?
It happens.
Or ruptured tendons.
Ruptured tendons in your finger. Yeah, I like my hand was all swollen. I couldn't even make a fist earlier this weekend, you know, because I faced Ronda Rousey and we got into a little tussle, and yeah, it happens. But it's something that we know going into it. You know, we love it. It's like I said, it's a pattern. Either you love it or it's not for you. So.
Go see Nia Jax, this lady right here, WWE Superstar WWE Monday Night Raw at Chesapeake Energy Arena. Again, ticket information at Ticketmaster.com. The show and the festivities kicks off around 6:30 tonight. Now, I've enjoyed the conversation.
Thank
Great to
you.
meet you. I really do appreciate you and your colleagues' time this morning. Thank you so much.
Me too.
All right, best of luck and safe travels.
Thank you.